This Algorand news has been more pumped than ever about what is happening for Algorand and what it really means for Algorand as an investment not only in the short term but also into the future. Then add on top of that the fact that this Algorand chart is probably one of the best setups I've seen for any cryptocurrency right now, and I'm going to talk all about that in this video. So guys, we've seen a lot of news recently coming out about the United States, the SEC, Coinbase moving over to the UAE and everything like that. And while it's important in the short term, really I see the real future in cryptocurrency actually coming out of other parts of the world, and that is emerging economies. Now, emerging economies are taking away a lot of industry from parts of Europe, from America and other developed countries, and other countries that have been developed for a longer period of time. And there's a number of reasons behind that. It is because emerging markets tend to be more innovative because they have to think of new and exciting ways in order to develop for the future. And this means that ultimately they're probably going to leave behind the rest of the world as they accelerate past. And there is a few emerging economies around the world, but few are growing and developing faster than India. And that's been partly fueled by the fact that India has an enormous population that's now actually just become the world's biggest population recently as China's population has started to decline. And India in the past did a lot of the back office tasks in building a Web 2 environment. But now they are now at the forefront. They are now the pioneers that are behind things like Web 3 and the metaverse. And this is very, very important because a lot of talent that comes in building websites and building tech and coding and all these things is actually coming from India right now. Algorand is doing a massive move into India and becoming the blockchain of choice. And that's enormous. When you pair the fact that India is growing as an economy enormously fast, it's becoming rapidly one of the main developers for things like Web3 and the metaverse. And Algorand is now creating a crypto partnership with OnRamp Money. And this strategic partnership with OnRamp, who is a leading provider of fiat to crypto solutions. And with this alliance between the two parties, the Indian population will finally be able to purchase algo coins and many other cryptocurrencies using fiat currency. And this is all going to be powered potentially by Algorand. This is huge because this population of people who are gaining more and more money and more wealth all the time and developing their industry around tech will have to start using Algorand. In order to get their fiat currency into a cryptocurrency, they're going to be onboarding via a partner of Algorand. And that's because Algorand is enormously fast and an enormously sustainable blockchain project. There are obviously other layer ones out there, and there are obviously other layer ones that I'm invested in because they all perhaps can have a piece of the pie. I don't think that any layer one is going to take over all of the other ones. There will be a few left standing at the end for sure because each of them will offer various different services. There are a ton of different wallets using Algorand and transaction fees are extremely low, but right now we're seeing very low user activity, and that's to be expected. We've just seen Pepe Coin and the rest of the meme coin world basically dragging away everyone's attention from what is really happening in crypto right now. I talked about that in yesterday's video, and I talk about it in my Telegram, which is absolutely free and linked down below, and on this channel all the time. And if you want to make smarter decisions in crypto, then you should be subscribed to this channel because I'm telling you on a daily basis the coins I'm investing in, why I'm investing in, and how to find the very best price to invest in them, rather than doing what everyone else is doing and just investing in stuff that's already ballooned towards the upside. And if you want to know what I'm talking about, well, look at this Algorand chart. Everyone else who's been telling you to buy Algorand was telling you to buy Algorand when it was on these pumps like this. But look guys, we're not going to make money when the Algorand's already pumped like this. We're going to make money when it's in a zone like it is right now. Do you know why? Because everybody, all the dumb money, is chasing the shiny object over there, okay? It's easy to chase shiny objects because it's right in front of you. But when the shiny object's not waving around, you need to be seeking them out, guys, because that's where the real money's to be made, okay? You don't want to be buying the excitement and the hype because that's where you get absolutely wrecked. You want to be buying the bloodbaths, okay? Algorand looks like a bit of a bloodbath right now. What we can see on the chart, and I do have this indicator on from Chart Prime, which I talked about in previous videos. What we can see on the daily chart, obviously this is the low, the bear market bottom pretty much, that we saw in almost every cryptocurrency. And what's weird is pretty much no other cryptocurrency has returned back to this zone right now. And I'll show you what I mean. This is H bar, and this was its low at the end of December. But from there, we're still sat around 50% up. But hey guys, Algorand is all the way down here. I know you're going to get people in the comments being like, oh, Algorand's dead. The reason it's down there is because no one's buying it. You're right, no one is buying it right now. But that doesn't matter for me because I want to be buying it when everyone else is looking at something else, because this is where I'll get my best opportunity. And that's the easiest trade ever you're going to see, guys. Algorand right now sitting in one of the most obvious buy zones I've seen. This is a bear market bottom, and we're literally going to bounce, in my opinion, in the bear market bottom. And, you know, we might see a little bit creeping lower, but really, this is one of the best buying opportunities I've seen. Now, how do I know that this is likely to be a zone that we're going to see a bounce in? Now, I'll talk about buy zones, guys. A few more obvious buy zones than this. Look at what happened on the daily. And in fact, if we zoom out further and we look at a weekly, then you've only got to see what happened on this chart last time we were in this zone. Last time we were in here, we bounced 75% in the space of a month, just over a bit of a month, right? And right now, you can see something interesting that's happening. We're getting a nice wick towards the downside, which is good. And that's absolutely fine, okay? It's very difficult for people to make the decision to buy in the opposite direction of where it's going. What's very difficult for people to understand in crypto, or in trading in general, is to understand that you could actually make a decision to go in the opposite direction. Now, what everyone wants to do is they want to buy when it's like here because they've already seen it going up, and their brain is like, it's going to go up because it's already gone up. Well, if it's already gone up, the chances of it coming down are much higher. Obviously, to have bought at the end of this would have been quite difficult, but we've already seen this bounce before. So in reality, the chances of it doing that again, in my opinion, are quite high. Now, there's obviously the chance that it could slide towards the downside and it could go lower, and I'm not saying it won't, but in my opinion, this is what I'm going to do. That's not financial advice, of course. I'm just showing you why I think it's a good opportunity. It bounced here before, chances are it'll bounce here again, and is already very, very low down. And even in the last one, guys, back in 2020, the last bear market, Algorand pretty much stopped in exactly the same place. You can see it did dip a little bit below this area down here, but then look what happened directly after that. It came out of this area and then it did very, very quickly and came up 360%. And then eventually, you know, a year or so later, it came up and it did a 13.8x from there. And this was Ethereum back in 2018. And I'm showing you this because I want to show you the growth of crypto from one altcoin into the next bull market. You can see that we saw a good pump here. And then this was the next bull market. And then from the top of that previous bull market, it did what? It did a 2.5x. If we were to do that with Algorand, and you can see the chart is very similar. We had that pump, dump, pump, which we saw in the Ethereum chart, and then a 2.5x from that top there, then takes us up to a whopping $9.9, which is like a 67x. Now, that's obviously no guarantee, but when crypto money floods back into the market, each time it's going to get exponentially bigger. And that's why we need to pay attention to what happened in the previous highs and then look beyond those highs. Now, that's a very, very ambitious look. I'm not saying it's going to go to $9. I'm not saying it's going to go to $10. Even if it went from here to $1 and you make a 10x, in my opinion, it's going to do at least $3 going forward, potentially more. Obviously, you need to do your own research and understand whether or not you think it's going to happen. Go and look at the tokenomics, go and look at coin market cap, understand the size of the market cap, how big's the market cap got to be for that to happen, etc, etc. Hit subscribe, and I'm going to see you very soon with another video. Bye bye.